Good morning, comrades, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and today we, Robert and I, are very much excited to present to you the latest, well, not addition, but transformation of our fleet, our BMW M4. Last year, actually pretty much exactly a year ago, we decided to make it a more track-suited car, give it a Club Sport package. So from a stock car, it received the JRZ RS Pro 3-way suspension. The interior was taking out probably like 200 kilos worth of insulation material. And yeah, some seats, harnesses. But now we went a bit more crazy, and it has something to do with this car. Well, maybe you might telling us what happened to it?
Yeah, I think one thing that we're always trying to do is offer fun cars, exciting cars, and just as you've always noticed with our taxi program, we run the Schirmer M3, the McLarens, and those are the cars that we want to run. You know that we played around a long time with putting the 720S as a taxi for the season, and we just decided that it was just too much car for people to handle on the racetrack. But the reality was that we want to also bring that thought process down into the rental cars. And that is sharing with you guys what we like to drive. So the M4 race car here to the left, that's my car. That's a car that I reluctantly use as our replacement taxi so that people can start to enjoy it, but it's been a huge hit. And so many people have so much fun with this car. And then I love my E92 so much that we're building a whole collection. We said, well, why not start taking the M4 in that direction as well, the rental car? And so what we did is we've always had the JRZ suspension on it. We've we went to the Team Dynamics wheels. We did a couple different things like that last year, and now it was time to take it to the next level. So what we did is we took it down to Team Schirmer, and we let them do a little bit of work on it. So obviously we've got our front splitter, the same front splitter that we're running on the M3 taxi. Okay. We've got our rear wing set up.
And by the same, it's the actual splitter that was on the taxi last year, in case you missed the video when we talked.
Exactly. We actually took the taxi splitter off because it had some sandblasting, some chips and different things. We fixed it, repaired it, and painted it black. And then we went ahead with the rear wing as well. And then to take it one step further, we went ahead and went with the Schirmer suspension setup. We rebuilt the shocks, custom lengths and everything like that. And then we went ahead and went with some of the Schirmer kinematic kits. A lot of people say, what are kinematics? The idea behind kinematics is that you change the entire geometry of the suspension. It could be mounting points, it could be lengths of control arms, etc. And so we went with that type of a setup, just like what we have in the Schirmer cars and the race cars, etc., so that we could have better traction. So the big addition, what we did was on the rear end. We have better traction. When the car squats and settles down, now you get a flat contact patch and you get better traction out of the car. That was one problem that the M4 has always had. So between having a better contact patch simply from the geometry change in the suspension and then the aerodynamics, this car is going to be absolute blast to drive. And I actually haven't driven it yet since the work's been done. A couple of the guys, Misha, Tim, and Lauren have all been behind the wheel and they told me how great it is, so I'm ready to find out myself.
It is absolutely fabulous, absolutely fantastic. We're gonna get in and take it around the block. In tomorrow's video, we're gonna take it out on a track because the GP track will be open for Touristenfahrten. So stay tuned, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell because I receive a lot of complaints from people that they don't get notifications when my new video is out. Well, there's that bell, click it on it and make sure not to miss any other video. So yeah, just to summarize, the aerodynamics, kinematics are the most important things. And again, it sounds small, but it has such a massive impact on the driving, on the handling of the car. Also the wheels, I believe we're going to swap for the Pro
we have
track.
Right now, we're going to go to the Pro Track. We're waiting on them to get a gold set. So we wanted a gold set because we kind of want it to go with the Team Schirmer.
Tradition, yeah.
Match the rest of the cars, tradition. So we're going to go with the gold set. And actually, once we get the gold set of wheels, we're going to change the stickers to the gold. You might have seen on the Porsche that we have a new logo on the bonnet that goes up on the corner up there. We're going to switch the logo over. And then you guys may not know yet, but we've hired a full-time detailer as well, and he's going to come in and polish the car and get it all looking really good. I think you'll find some more out about that next week.
Yeah, I'm very much excited for that. Okay, let's hop in and take it for not really a lap, but like around the block.
Let's go do a road tour.
We'll do a road tour.
Oh yeah, what about the steering wheel? We got the steering wheel too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's nice.
That's the first thing when I got in the car, I'm like, oh my God, it makes it feel and just like completely like a different level of a car. All right, good to go. Now again, a lot of people are gonna ask like, what have you done to the engine? Nothing.
Yeah, so this car, the engine is so powerful in this car.
431 on paper, but in reality it's probably more.
Yeah, the reality is it's the last thing you need is more more power in this car. That's definitely not necessary. So the first thing that you notice when you walk up to the car with the new setup and everything is the ride height is just perfect now. It reminds me of where the M3 Taxi sits. It's just at the perfect height. I believe this car is going to just go right through the carousel without any scrapes. Should be in pretty good shape. I'm definitely excited to offer this as a taxi because a lot of people always talk about how they want to drive a Schirmer car or ride in a Schirmer car. Now the opportunity is there. Obviously this isn't a full build like as taken as far as even our F80 taxi, but it's already what I can feel about just the front end, the steering input and everything like that. It's going to be very, very close.
Yeah. When you take the roundabout, it just feels so much.
Yeah.
Steering is so refined. Yeah, I would very much rather be on that part of the road.
Yeah,
there.
we need to be, we're about 30 meters too far to the left, huh?
Yeah, and in the opposite direction too.
Yeah, you can tell that the rear end just has that much more grip now.
Yeah. And acceleration in corners, it just unbelievable. And the thing worth mentioning is that by making the car faster, it's not that we added horsepower to it or did anything crazy. It's actually becoming very easy to drive, and thereby it's actually very, well, fast.
Oh,
so
man.
you don't have to drive fast. You can just be less exhausted. It's less demanding to drive this car. So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, because it's going to be actually easier to drive this car and safer.
Yeah, this car is just cruising right here. You can just feel it. Front end is unreal. Yeah, this is going to be an absolute dream on the Nordschleife. I can't wait.
Yeah, we had our fears that the Cayman 17 GTS that we got might be like way too attractive car, and people would be like, oh, I don't want the M4 anymore. But
no,
it's a very hard choice.
No,
right
to be honest with you, they're two different cars. You know,
Absolutely.
this is power and just brute force, and you know, an amazing setup. And the Cayman is going to be, I think, a lighter feel, a more playful feel. I think that if you're coming to the track, you might need to book them both.
Yeah,
that's my thought, because this is amazing.
Should we do a combined discount deal if people book two cars?
That could be interesting. We better tell Diana though, because she's gonna be pissed off at us.
That guy is on it.
He's using the whole racetrack too.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I can tell you already. I'm really excited to take this on the track today. Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a blast. The problem with doing stuff like this to this car is it makes it so good that you just want to keep on doing more and more stuff to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for comparison, what this car is missing over the regular Team Schirmer updates are mostly the diff, then the full cage.
Yep.
And not much more actually.
We can do more work on the front kinematics, but we'll have to see if it's necessary, because the front end on it right now is unbelievable when you're just turning in like this.
Yeah, we're not even pushing it because it's not really, well, obviously the public road, but also not the weather for it.
So I'm doing 95 right here. You know, it's not on a 100-kilometer road, but you're just throwing it into the turns a little bit, getting a feel for it. The turn-in and feel is just fantastic. Some guys going to the GP track.
Probably.
It's good to see. It's February. The track's open today, actually. and it's really good to see some cars running around. I came in today in the 720, a car spotter came running across the street to take a picture, and that like just lets you know, okay, the season's back. You know, it's just
about to start.
Yeah, we might still have 3 or 4 weeks until the actual Nordschleife opening, which we really consider the start of the season, but it's neat to see. I mean, you got motorcyclists out, you've got that group of guys came by, what was that, a ST and a, I don't know, BRZ or a GT86 or something like that, and it's just really neat to see that starting to happen again. A little bit of excitement.
Yeah, it's very cool. Every time we do a road tour and we enter this section of the road, everyone's like, oh my god, look at the view when it opens up. Yeah, so I could actually say that this car is also very suited for road tours.
Yeah, it's actually great. You know, when this car is kind of neat because you notice right now we're just cruising, it's calm, it's quiet, but you also hear it when we're getting on it and we're giving a little bit of gas that it's got a nice tone to it, a really nice volume. Mm-hmm. So it depends on how you're driving it, it has a nice balance. Well, I say we go to the gas station and go hit the GP track.
Yeah, let's do that. So guys, as already told you, stay tuned, come back for tomorrow's video where this baby is going on the GP track for some track action. Bye GP track. So, although you're gonna see tomorrow how it was like, but maybe a few words.
It was awesome. Absolutely loved it. Not only was it great to be back out on the track, but this car is unbelievably transformed. Right off the bat, you know, you'll see I got a little sideways coming out, you know, down after the straightaway, but that was cold tires and everything. And then after that, with everything turned off, it just hooks up and goes. The car has so much traction, the front end has so much bite. You want to turn in more, you just turn in more and it goes. It's just unbelievable, the balance, the feel. You get on the throttle. It reminds me actually of how the E92 drives. I always say that you can steer that car with the throttle. You give it more gas, you know, you just completely can rotate the car with the gas pedal. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, stay tuned, see tomorrow how it looked like, but wow. The Nordschleife cannot be open soon enough.
I'm ready.
And I think it's going to be open sooner than we all expect.